Feeding time. Our goats are feeding on Lucina leucocephala. That's sort of like their staple food. They really love it. They really love it. If as a farmer you can be able to plant Lucina at your farm, it's a very good nutritious fodder that could help your animals in terms of nutrition, to ensure optimum health. Here's Bahati. She's also enjoying her Lucina. Bahati, you recall at some point she was anemic, and we treated her. She's good now, as you can see. She's healthy and getting ready to be bred by this guy over here, BMB. These two here have already been bred, so basically they're pregnant. These are pregnant. I think they must be kidding in September, if not October at latest, but September more likely. So almost a month and 2 weeks away or something like that. Rafiki is here. She's good as well. She's looking great. We have put her with the buck. We haven't observed her being bred, so we want to believe she's yet to be bred. But she's looking good. She's gained a bit, but we still don't believe it's from breeding, because we never saw any activity, and we monitor the activity on daily basis. So we still think she's open for breeding. Yeah. So that's basically it. Our goats just feed in here, zero grazed. Predominantly what they feed is Lucina. More or less, that's just their staple. And we supplement a little bit with what we think the food is missing. So we add a little bit of maize bran and a bit of sunflower seed cake. But that's basically it. And of course mineral block and water. That's mainly what they survive on. They are good. We are happy with their health, so no complaints there on our part. And if we are okay with that, then there's nothing to worry about. That's all we want. The goal here is not to really fatten them. It's mainly to keep them at optimal condition for breeding and kidding, and that's what we're trying to do. So we are not on the fattening sort of like scheme of things. We are focused on just keeping them at an optimal condition for them to breed and kid and take care of their kids and do that. So typically you don't want to fatten breeding animals, because if they're too fat, it's a problem again also. So yeah, we keep it at that. We just keep them healthy and fit. That's all we do, and the rest takes care of itself. Of course, in terms of breeding, we plan their breeding. The times that when we want to keep them with the bucks, and the time we want to isolate them or keep the bucks away, so that there's no breeding that's taking place. here we had put them together with the bucks, Bahati, since June 3rd, as well as her, Rafiki, since June 3rd. These ones here, they were with a different buck, Boer Junior, in, I think, from April to May, and then in June they came to BMB. I mean, we brought BMB in this pen. We believe they were bred by Boer Junior. At the time they were with Boer Junior. Yeah. So yeah, our interest is basically to just keep breeding them to get the numbers up. There's a little bit of wastage when it comes to how they feed. As you can see what's here on the ground. We really would have loved to minimize wastage, but it's a bit difficult. But maybe there are other ways of feeding that could really minimize wastage, but at the moment that's the situation we are at, where food is a little bit getting wasted. And once they have them on the ground like this, it's always going to be they will not really feed much on what is on the ground, because the minute they step on it, the minute they pee on it, they will not eat it. Yeah, goats are that clean. They don't like dirty environment. They don't like soiled food. They want their food nice and clean. They're clean animals, really. Even their poop is clean. You can hold goats droppings without really dirtying your hands. So that's those are goats. That's how they are. We really love them. Here, of course, this is not an ideal pen. We typically use raised floor pen, but here we use this for breeding mainly, because on raised floor sometimes the legs can get caught into the openings that we leave on the floor planks, so that their drops can go through and their urine can go through. So those can be a bit harmful during breeding period, as the bucks will be aggressive, jumping on them and trying to breed them. So at times that can cause a lot of injuries if the environment is not correct. But here, because the floor is stable, is concrete, they can chase around. They can chase each other around the room with no problems at all. So no issues there. So goats also have pecking orders. As you saw, she was there, but the minute these two went there, she moved away. These two are best pals. They're always together. They came together from South Africa, and so they boss her, and she bosses her, and she bosses that one over there. So it's really crazy, because when you think that if she bosses her and she bosses her, she should not be able to boss her, but she's bossed by her, and yet she bosses her and she bosses her. So it's a bit crazy. The order that they have is a little bit crazy. Complex kind of pecking order. Yeah, but that's what they are. That's how they are. I don't know how they determine who is superior to the other and how. Really do not know, but I'm sure maybe it's based on strength. But if it's based on strength, then that what I just explained should not be the case. It means if they boss her and she bosses her, she's not supposed to be able to boss her, you know. But yeah, that's the situation here. Yeah, so this is just a random check on this pen, on the breeding pen, or yeah, it's a breeding pen. It's just a random check, and so far so good. As I mentioned, these ones are bred, so but we're just gonna keep them in here because we don't really have to move them. We'll keep them here for now. But once they breed, we're gonna take them to the different pens, the ones with the ground floor. Yeah. So I think that's it for today on our breeding pen from Shambani Farm. I just wanted to show you what's happening here, what's going on here, and we'll continue to keep you posted. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, I want you to take a few seconds, subscribe, and click the bell button as well to make sure that you don't miss out on any new videos that we upload. So cheers and bye bye.